Hey everyone, Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids. Today we're going to be looking at a solar motion light. And these come to us from a company called Hallomall, Hallomall. You can find them over on Amazon. These are 400 lumen lights. They are solar powered. And the company contacted me and said, hey, would you be interested in looking at these? I thought, does that really fit into kind of what we do here at Everyday Tactical Vids? However, since part of what we're talking about is just being prepared, being alert, being aware of your surroundings, things like that, I thought these could be actually really good to set up around my house. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the product, and then what we'll do is mount them on my either my house or my fence outside. I haven't decided, but then we'll show you what they look like in use. And they're not too expensive, and so this could be an option for you to pick up some of these. For a set of 2 lights, you're going to pay $52, and you can buy them in single quantities. You can buy them, more than that if you want to. Essentially, what you have is they're solar powered, but the solar power is also going to charge up the 18650 battery that is there inside the actual light. So one here, another one in a box, and we will talk about them a little bit, set them up, and then show you what they look like. Now the whole concept is relatively simple. You have your light here, your motion sensor over there, and then here on the back side you have your solar panel. Flip this over and you can see the 2 slots. So what you'll do is you'll mount your screws in the wall or my fence, and then basically you're going to set it up so that the light is shining down and your solar panel is shining up. And then once they charge up, I think it says it's going to take about 8 hours to charge them up. Yeah, so charging time 8 hours. It says here on the back, and IP65 waterproof, so they are made to actually be able to stay outside. They're not just a little drip of water here and there is not going to cause any issues. I think if you have a huge torrential downpour for days on end, it might cause problems. But in general, made to withstand the weather because they are an outdoor light. But they mount up. You can see nice and flat on the back here. So you're gonna mount this up to the wall. It's gonna take in that sunlight, and then when the motion sensor picks something up, it'll set the light off. And it does reset itself. We'll talk a little bit about the function when we actually show you what it looks like in use. Before we show you what the lights look like in use, I did want to mention, if you open up this back panel, you can see your batteries, and those come installed in the lights already. And we do have, on the back, we have a switch here, so you can put this on off, A, B, and C. A little bit hard to see in the camera light, but there's a little switch down there, off, A, B, and C. So you got a couple different settings of how you can actually set the light up. So off, the solar light will turn on automatically at night, and it says the light brightness will just be half as induction function. So my understanding is that the lumens it's putting out will be half of the maximum output. If you put on the B setting, human body induction plus power saving mode. So it's going to go bright when people come into the area, and then it's going to dim down to a lower function or a lower setting as far as your light coming out. And then C is what they call a human body induction function. And that's when people go through the area, it's going to light up full blast, and then when people leave the area, it's going to go off in about 10 to 15 seconds. So those are the different options you have. So it can give you a lot of light consistently. It can give you light on and then off when people leave the area, or a lot of light when people in the area, and then dim down to a lower light setting. So let's go outside and actually show you what these look like in use. I'm out here at my back gate, and what I'm going to do is mount one on this side and then on the other side of the gate. And then we're going to let them charge basically for a day, and then we'll check them out tomorrow night. So let's show you what the mounting process actually looks like. So that's one of them mounted. I'll now mount the other one, and then I'll pull the camera back so you can see what they actually look like. And then once again, we'll test them out once they have 8 hours to charge up tomorrow. Here are the 2 lights all mounted and ready to go, and we'll come back in a little bit more than 24 hours and see how they work. In addition to the actual lights and all the hardware you need to mount it, they do include a screwdriver, at least when you buy 2 of the lights. So yeah, that's that to get it assembled. I use my drill, but you do have this in case you don't have a drill at home. I'm outside now. I've got the lights set up and they are running, and they're going to go off in a couple seconds here, and then I'll actually walk into the area where the sensors will pick me up. These are at about 5 feet now high on the fence, and when I get about 10 feet away, the light will actually turn on. So let me show you what that looks like. I'm just going to walk up to the light. I was just out jogging, so let's imagine at night I come back, or in the evening I come back from a jog, and I want to go into the backyard and I need some light to get up to the fence. So let's see what that looks like. Now the other thing I want to show you quickly is that when you walk into the area and the motion sensor picks you up, it will stay on as long as you stay in the area. So if you go into the area and then leave, it'll go about 15 seconds and then the lights will shut off. And this is on the setting that is made to basically go on and then go off when someone leaves the area. You can set it on the other setting where basically it's always on a low setting once it gets dark, or it'll go on brighter when someone comes into the area and then dim down and stay lit for a while. Alright, so I leave the area now. Once I've left the area, these will go off in between about 10 and 15 seconds. Wrapping up here, my overall thoughts on these lights are very favorable. The internal setup, as far as, you know, ABC, what different setting you want, that's really easy to do. Comes with batteries, not a lot of pieces to put together. Putting it up outside was easy to do. So, you know, you use the guide they give you, use the screws they give you, and then they work well. So I will report in as far as the long-term use if there are any issues as far as, you know, water resistance and things like that. But up to this point, they've been just fine. We've been having very little rain here in New Hampshire in this spring season, so I can't tell you a whole lot about as far as like real downpours. But as far as like the dew and stuff in the morning, no issues whatsoever. I really like these as an additional security feature around my house. Now, it's not, you know, it's not a trained German Shepherd, but it is going to light up the area where somebody might come in. So, you know, that's the gate to my backyard. Somebody, if they wanted to come try to sneak in the back of the house at night, they'd have to go through the fence at some point, and when they came, that would light up the side yard. I was actually sitting in my living room the other night, and the wind was really significant, so it was shaking one of the bushes a lot, and it did set off the sensor. And I was like, what's that light? So I looked outside and thought, oh, okay, well, there you go. It does pick up, you know, motion quite well. And again, that was kind of an exceptional night because it was pretty windy. It wasn't just like a little breeze. It was more windy than it normally is. So the other thing is that you can set these up higher, and, you know, they should be able to pick up more space, and then you can have the lights come on just, you know, period. So when the light goes down, when the sun goes down at night, these will come on to give you a little bit more light to get around the area. I just like the idea of being able to, you know, if a light comes on, I can pop my head out the window or look out the window and go like, hey, what's out there that's making the light come on? So it's not the same, you know, as having a you know, locked door and locked gate and all those different things, but it is an additional feature that would add a little bit more security, I think, to your home if you install these outside, and so I'm glad to have them. The links are down below. If you're interested in purchasing them, feel free to do that. Using the links will take you over to the Amazon site, and then you can get them there. Thanks as always for checking out the videos, and let's hear what you think about these. You know, would you get them? Would you not get them? Why not? Let's get the discussion going. If you haven't subscribed to Everyday Tactical Vids here on YouTube, please do so, and also like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram and Tumblr as well. Take care.